A growth mindset means that you are willing to do something even if you don't know how to do it. You push yourself outside your comfort zone, an openness to learning, resilience, and adaptability. In business, you have to be adaptable. Things will not always go the way you expect it. And a person with a growth mindset is able to adapt to different situations. The competition is tough, and it is out there, but you have to be resilient. You can't control what happens on the outside world, but your resiliency to that is really what you need to be successful in business. So we can't control what happens in the outside world. And the best example, like many of you watching, went through COVID, and that was difficult times. We had no idea how and when this was gonna end. But through resiliency, we pushed through it. We kept our phone lines open because all the other offices were closed. So what did we do? We decided to keep our lines open to be accessible to the community. We even created telehealth for patients to be able to talk to us and send their pictures in, send their x-rays in, so that we can evaluate whether or not it was a true emergency where one of our doctors had to go into the office. Listen, resiliency is like a muscle. The more you work at it, the stronger it gets. And the more you have experiences like this, the easier it will be for you. Listen, you need to remember your purpose. In the moments when you feel weak, rely on your purpose because that will give you the resiliency to keep moving forward. So a fixed mindset is one who is resistant to change, fear of failure, and tendency to avoid challenges. But that's not how you're gonna reach success because you need to fail in order to learn. And there are gonna be times when you need to adapt to changes and you can't dig your heels in. So this is my relationship with comfort zones. My husband asked me to run a marathon with him. And I thought he was crazy. I had never ran in my life, but I needed to release that stress. And rather than the glass of wine at night, I said, you know what? Let's focus on fitness. Running is what gave me energy. And it actually helped me build my strong mindset and push me outside of my comfort zone beyond belief. Within 2 years, we ran over 5 marathons. And there was many times when I wanted to give up. But my mind was so strong. At the end, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna finish this. And although I was pushed outside my comfort zone, running is very analogous to business. When you're about to succeed, for the people who have a fixed mindset, so when it came to running, I feared that I would never finish 13 miles, let alone 26 miles. So the fear of running a marathon was that I wasn't gonna finish. My knees were gonna break down and I would not make it past that finish line. When I was training for the marathon at mile 4, I told my husband, no, I'm not gonna do this. I made every single excuse. I told him that my knees were hurting and he kept pushing me through and saying, no, you can do this. I had to rely on a strong mindset and say, you know what? I'm not gonna give up. I'm in it to win it. And I finished 13.1 miles. The feeling when you come out stronger on the other side, when something was so fearful and you live within your comfort zone, that's how you grow. So here's the takeaway for you. Align yourself with people who have a growth mindset. Like my husband. He was my cheerleader. He was my accountability partner. When the alarm went off in the morning, he was like, hey, get up, and vice versa. Discipline is another characteristic that every entrepreneur needs. Doing something that you know you need to do, even though you don't want to do it. Will and I worked as a team. And there was definitely moments when I was down when he would pick me up, but there was also a lot of moments as the CEO of the company where he was down and he couldn't see the light at the end of the tunnel. Because I handled all the marketing and all the community relations, I knew we had a winning business. There was so many kids that needed our service, and I would give him that faith and that push to say, hey, we have a strong purpose. Let's lean on our purpose. Let's do good with our team, with our patients, our community, and we will succeed and make it out of this crazy time. And with that, he was like, you know what, Rochelle? If you see the vision, if you see it, I trust you, and he would lean on me. I want you to do an exercise. Audit your circle. Identify 5 people in your life who have a growth mindset and lean on them. And identify 5 people who have a fixed mindset and identify how you can help them grow. So now that you understand growth mindset versus fixed mindset, let's talk about the importance of growth mindset for entrepreneurs. We have never run a business before. Like many of you watching, it was really scary. We doubted ourselves, people doubted us, but we had a strong mindset a strong purpose for being open, and we had a very strong growth mindset. For all of you that have enrolled, I hope that you build upon your growth mindset, because without a growth mindset, you're going to stay stagnant and you're going to keep living in your comfort zone. And life begins outside your comfort zone. And that's why you need a growth mindset, a mindset that allows you to be confident that it's okay to fail, because that is when you're going to learn the most. I was done with the corporate world, the long hours on my feet as a pharmacist, and I was ready to make a change and start a business with my husband. One day he asked me to go into business with him. And without even thinking about it, I said yes, because I was ready for new opportunities, new growth, and I knew that we were going to be part of something that was even bigger than ourselves. Growing up, I was very shy. But as I got older, I realized that the challenges and the obstacles that I thought was so hard actually made me a stronger person. And that's what helped build my growth mindset. When you live outside your comfort zone, you do something that's scary and you come out even stronger on the other side, that helps you build your mindset. And so no, I was not always like this as a child, but going into business allowed me to grow even further. There was many obstacles where I had no idea. This was our first time in business. I did not know anything about the dental world, but I knew that with the right resources, with a little bit of grit, and not afraid to fail, we came out. From one little office, we grew it to 7 locations, over 130 team members and 18 doctors.